You know me, whenever, wherever. You gave me your time, I gave you a start. You gave me your truth, I gave you my heart. You opened my eyes, you love my flaws, and you ain't no actor, but you deserve an applause. You turned me into a believer again. We were just acquaintances, now we best friends. Now you my everything, don't know what to do. It's like I lost my mind when I found you, baby. The way you talking to me really, really driving me crazy and got me talking like I'm thinking about being your lady. And I'm a tough shitter. I learned from what this life gave me. But if you ask me, it's a yes, not maybe. I want you in my life because you don't want too much. I ain't gotta give it up unless I want to. He a gentleman, he do exactly what he's supposed to. So you can lean on me when you need it. Sincerely, your go-to. Baby, you can lean on, yeah. I can be your drink. If you want some coffee, I can be your cream. If you want some water, I give you the seat. If you want some royalty, I can be your queen. Agape love, yeah, it's back again. You done hit the jackpot like I'm a scratch and win. Let me write you in my life, I got that master pen. Let me show how much I care, don't make me ask again. And I'ma stop right there, that's just a sneak peek.
That shit hard, bro.
Lean on me.
That shit hard.
Lean on me.
That
Thank
shit hard.
you.
Speaking on lean on me, before we went to our break, we was talking about the battle of the sexes.
Okay.
All right. So let's recap. You go first and explain to you why you think men cheat. That's where we was at. For the people who were just looking at episode 2, this is part 3. So.
Okay. We still gonna take it one by one?
Yeah, we're gonna go by one by one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying, first of all, I used to believe that it was something wrong with, like, for instance, myself, that maybe there was something that I was lacking in, and that was the reason that I personally got cheated on. And I had to come to understand that it has nothing to do with me. You can see some of the most perfect people that you see, some of the most beautiful people, most talented people, most wealthiest people also get cheated on. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't, you can never be too perfect or perfect enough to not be, because it has nothing to do with you. I believe it has to do with the person that is cheating, man or woman. We're talking about men right now. Mm-hmm. One reason I mentioned is that I believe that some men, not a majority, but some men have this like innate desire or fantasy to have multiple women. Right. And that goes back to history, you know, mm-hmm. with polygamy and whatnot. But that was in a different sense with men who could afford to have multiple women and be able to protect all women equally. I think that there's an innate desire there with men to want to have more than one. The more the merrier. Thoughts?
I think with men, like you said, I can't speak for all men. Mm-hmm. But I think some men have been molested by women, so they sexually dysfunction in their head unknowingly. I believe that some women don't satisfy men the way they used to when they first started a relationship, because sometimes women start slacking. That's just reality. You know what I mean? Like when some women don't do the things they did at the beginning. They keep you satisfied vice
versa.
But here's the thing. It's always yes, it is vice versa. But it's always what's the word I want to say? We competing unknowingly. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So sometimes, whether it's on a man's side first or on a woman's side, that shit become topsy-turvy. So if she's slacking, you might start slacking. Or if he's slacking, she might start slacking. And then you think
it just goes downhill if nobody tries to correct.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So I believe that's one of the reasons. I believe that. So if a man can't cheat if he's empty.
You say a man can't cheat if he's
empty. Let me say it the right way. If a man is sexually empty at all times, he can't get up. How can he cheat? He's empty. You basically destroy any. I mean, he could cheat orally or some shit like that, some shit like that. But if a woman keeps a man empty,
does that mean satisfied?
Yeah.
Okay.
Empty.
I never heard
Sack,
that.
empty.
Sack empty. Gotcha.
Right? So like.
You say.
So let me say that.
You can't cheat.
Let me say it like this: if a woman, right? No, I want to be clear on something because I could put myself in fucked up situation. I want to be clear. I want to be clear on something. I'm not saying it's a woman's job to keep a man empty. I want to be clear on that. Okay, I'm not saying that. But it is your job if you're in a relationship, and vice versa. It's a man's job to keep a woman satisfied, and it's a woman's job to keep a man satisfied. That's our jobs when we're in a relationship. Mentally, physically, spiritually, it's our jobs to look out for each other on both ends. So what I'm saying to you is this. If I'm wrong, you correct me. Okay?
I will. Okay.
Don't have me out here.
I will.
Don't have me out here looking fucked up. All right?
Continue.
If you're in a relationship, if a woman, right, as a woman should know, all right, and a man should know, like, if you're in a relationship with a woman, it's like, how many rounds can this man go if you know what I mean? Like, if you're in a relationship, what's the highest level y'all can go to sexually? Like, have you ever had sex with somebody where as though you have sex to the point where as though you can't have sex no more? Now you know how far that person can go. And you know what that person needs on both ends. So if y'all started out and y'all started having sex and y'all was having sex 5 times a day or 3 times a day or 5 times or 3 times every 2 days, and then you slack off to 1 or 2 days, then you know you ain't fulfilling that limit on either side. Am I wrong for thinking that way? But I don't think most people think that deep. Am I tripping?
I got to challenge.
Challenge me, Slick.
I got to
challenge me.
Because I feel like with any new relationship, you're having a lot of sex.
Most definitely.
And that's natural. But eventually you start to I don't want to say get comfortable in the sense where you just stop. I don't think that's the answer. But you start to learn that there's so much more to the other person. And you also start to realize, dang, I've been wasting a lot of time with you, just being laid up on you in the bed,
Right.
What else are we doing? What else are we bringing to the table?
Right.
Are you handling your business?
Right.
Am I handling mine? Are you helping me handle mine?
Right.
Like, what else can we do outside of just that? I already know we got that down pat. We got that together. We can do that whenever. We're grown. What else are we bringing to the table? So at the end of the day, say that this doesn't work out and everything's said and done. Did I just get some good sex for a period that's now going, or did I gain something from the relationship? Did we build something?
Right. Well, I'm gonna accept your challenge. What I'm basically saying is, I'm not saying that.
Like, should the woman have to be expected to keep up that same activity that you had in the beginning throughout the entire course of the relationship? Because if that's the case, I would expect other things from the man that you were doing in the beginning, dates every day, throughout the entire relationship. But I rarely see somebody keep up the same thing consistently.
You throwing a lot at me. Let's go step by step.
Okay.
Right? Cause I don't want to dance around nothing you asking me.
Okay.
Right? And if it's something you ask me and I didn't answer, please come back and say, remember, I challenged you on this particular part. All right. Don't let me slide, and then they be in the comments saying, "Milk, you answer that." All right. So. First of all, I don't think that, in a relationship, if you having sex a lot, I don't think that you getting to know a woman on multiple intimate levels, I don't think that takes away from you knowing her sexually. I believe if you know a woman on multiple levels, or y'all knowing each other on multiple levels, I think that should just make the sex even greater.
It does.
And I think even though if you do know a person and you say you know that sexually that way, y'all both grow sexually as y'all be in a relationship. So you might not like that move no more. You might like this move. She might not like this move no more. She might like this move. She might not like the way you give her oral sex no more. She like this way. Because women change, right? And men change. But I believe just on the desire level, because that's what we was talking about. We was talking about just the desire level. On the desire level, I believe that, what happens is I believe that we just come complacent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe that we come complacent.
Eventually, and I don't hold it against anybody, but eventually I feel like all people at some point, you get comfortable.
Right.
You get comfortable.
Right.
You
stop trying to impress.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you know what I do.
Yeah.
She like, yeah, you know what I do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I believe that. What I'm trying to say to you is, I believe that thought process leads to men cheating also. That's what I'm trying to say. Challenge that.
Okay.
That's my challenge.
Okay.
Do you think I'm wrong on that? Now you gotta be careful because you're speaking up for women if you say you think I'm right.
I think it can.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can. But let's go back to the heart of the matter. If that were to happen,
mm-hmm.
it's your job to speak up and let that person know that A is happening and it's making me feel B.
Right.
Can we switch it up? Because this is how I'm feeling about it.
All right, look.
The real reason why men cheat, which is what this all came about, is the fact that a lot of men are cowards and they are not able
to. You gonna do us like that?
Oh yeah. A lot of men.
Man, comment and say you follow abstracts.
Let her finish. The fact is, a lot of people don't know how to communicate their needs or the problem, or they notice something isn't happening anymore or the way they want it to. They don't know how to do that, so they just let it go by, or they'll show their emotions, but they won't speak up. They won't, be clear about what it is they want and what they need and address it in a nice
Pause
fashion.
Pause that. What you just said, can you say that again? Because men and women do what you just said.
You got to know how to communicate your needs. If you want your needs to be met, we have got to stop thinking people are mind readers. I'm speaking to myself. I wish you could just understand and just give it to me, but that's not the way the world works. Sometimes you literally have to lay it on the table and you be like, dang, you didn't get that? You don't understand? You don't see how I react to it? It's like, sometimes they don't. They don't get it. You have to be clear and plain about certain things. And until you have truly done that, you can't say you tried everything before you go and cheat. You got to try to do whatever it is that you're supposed to do to be happy within your own relationship. The problem is that most people don't know how to communicate those desires or are afraid to communicate the fact that they want extra relations or they want to try this with an extra partner because they are fearful of losing that person. That's another thing, fearful of losing, assuming that that person won't know how to take that or won't be able to handle that. And because you don't want to lose them, you say, all right, well, let me just do what I need to do, what I want to do in the background. She don't need to know about this because I know she gonna trip. I think that's where a lot of cheating comes from. Not being able to truly communicate what it is you want and going behind that other person's back because you already know what the consequence might be, but you do it anyway. That's where the root of the matter is. So yeah, we could talk about the woman this or sex this, but it comes down to you weren't man enough to be able to speak up before you stepped out. That's what it comes down to.
I think.
And if you were, and you did communicate, and you still stepped out, you're still a coward.
Yeah.
Because if you're not happy in a relationship
Leave.
to the point where you want to put your dick in somebody else, why are you still with that person?
Most definitely, I agree.
For what?
I agree.
For what? And that's the part that I don't get.
Well, I agree with the second part you said.
Okay.
I don't agree with I agree with, this is what I'll say. I'm going to say it the right way. I'll say it the right way from my perspective instead of give you the short, I agree. What I'm basically saying is I believe that men don't know how to articulate their feelings.
A lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm saying like some are just fucking cowards, like you said. But I believe a large majority of men don't know how to articulate their thought process to say, listen, yo, you ain't doing that little thing you used to do before. And I'm not saying cheating just lie on sex. We attacking section by section. I don't want women to think that I'm narrow-minded to believe that sex is the only thing that can keep a man from not cheating, or vice versa. There's more layers to a relationship than just sex. That's just one layer. You cannot be treating her, you cannot be feeding her emotional stability the way she need to be fed. It could be a lot of different shit. You know what I mean? So, but that's how my thought process on the desire portion. I believe that another thing it could be a man could be superficial. You know what I mean? Meaning like you might be gaining weight.
Okay.
Or you was fat and you losing weight. And he like the fat version of you.
Okay.
There's so many ways.
Now I'll go back to something you didn't address.
Okay.
What about the whole part about
Is this a checkmate?
No, what about
I think this interview over.
No, it is.
Follow abstract or see.
He gonna try to cut me off now. He gonna try to cut me off. What about men just desiring multiple women on an innate level?
Well,
is that true? I know that it's not true
yes,
for everybody.
I believe this is true because y'all women are beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Women are just y'all are God.
Understandable.
You know what I mean? Like y'all are. It's almost like I love Kendrick. Like metaphorically, like I love Kendrick album, but if all I can listen to is Kendrick, well, I still like J. Cole. I still like Jay-Z. I still like Lauryn Hill. I still like. But let me say this to you.
Okay.
Let me clean this up.
Because somebody,
because my words, I know my words are metaphorical, and I need to make sure because I've been learning like I need to be more detailed with my thought process so people can understand exactly where I'm going. Let me finish it up. I love Lauryn Hill. I love Kareem Bailey Ray. I love SZA. I love Solange. But here's the thing: what most men and women don't get. When you find that perfect classic album, you'll listen to that motherfucker over and over and over and over and over again. And if it break, you get some tape and tape that bitch up again and listen to it again. Oh. And that's what you gotta figure out. You gotta find your Illmatic. See, my favorite album is Illmatic. You gotta go out there and find, man or woman, you gotta find your Illmatic. Once you find your Illmatic, you be like, I can't lose this. I can't lose this. Like nothing in this world is worth me losing her. And once you have that thought process, the sex don't mean nothing. Whether she give you a lot of sex or a load of sex, whether she's cleaning the house or not cleaning the house, whatever superficial thing you can think of, none of that matter because you know that your favorite album is your favorite album, metaphorically.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Okay.
I get that.
Okay.
I get that. So it's just about finding the right woman.
Most definitely. But it goes back to what we was talking about earlier. You still gotta know you to find the right woman. If you don't know you, how the fuck you gonna find the right woman? You don't even know your fucking self. And this world is designed for you not to tap into you.
Yeah. It's a lot of distractions out there.
A lot of distractions.
You got to be strong enough.
And women, one of the strongest ones.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, for men. You know what I mean? And for women, I'm sure it's men. Am I wrong?
Say that again.
I said one of the bigger distractions is women for men.
Oh, for men.
And for women is men. If you ain't I
say for men is money and women.
It's women first because even when dudes going for money, they doing it for the women. And women ain't care about money like that.
Oh yeah.
Men ain't. I ain't worrying about no money.
Agreed.
Men get their hair like the same way women think they do everything for us. We do everything for y'all. We get our hair cut for y'all. We wear cologne for y'all. Right. We get dressed up for y'all. We, the way dudes act, the way dudes treat women, it's because of y'all. Y'all dictate what it is. Yeah. Y'all have more power than y'all know, and I just don't think most women know, like, y'all are the gods of us.
Agreed.
We do shit to please y'all, and it's vice versa.
More of us could understand that. That's another thing. We talk about the black family. I think a lot of the dynamic we currently have would be a lot different. Mm-hmm. If women understood the power that we truly hold, everything would be different. We start running stuff. We'll start setting the standards and making men follow them. Right now, the standards are all lopsided, if we have any at all. So everybody's out willy-nilly doing their own thing. But yeah, that's one thing us women need to do as a whole, as a group. Understand that power, understand that strength, and the fact that we can control all of this if we wanted to.
Yes, y'all are powerful. And the thing is like, I am who I am because of a woman. My mother, she gave me a whole bunch of game. And a lot of women I messed with throughout the past, they gave me a whole bunch of game. And without women teaching me the rights and wrongs within myself, I wouldn't be who I am. Everything I know is from a woman. Y'all are the teachers of our civilization. And the moment y'all just make and it's fucked up because it shouldn't be all on y'all shoulders. It shouldn't be. But honestly, y'all God. Everybody on this planet come from a woman. Y'all God. And the thing is, it's like, we was talking earlier, and it was something you said, and I was thinking, like, you think about how much a woman go through and how much a woman do. Y'all do so much. Y'all do so much, yo. It's like, y'all God. Think of who on this planet didn't come from a woman? Y'all God. So it just is what it is. y'all come from woman and man. I mean, a man, you know,
Yeah.
it come from both, but
but
y'all carry
it. Finish your point.
Life come from, you know, life.
Nobody else can do that.
Life is inserted in a woman, but life is carried and come out of through a woman.
Yeah.
So
we're the vessel.
Yeah. So what's the next step? We say desire. You want to go to another one, or we think we're done on the subject?
I think you ain't got to go too heavy on
Okay.
This can.
It can go far.
This can.
And it can turn nasty.
This is an off-camera.
I mean,
conversation,
somebody might be going to comment. Somebody may be going to comment like "fuck milk" and "fuck abstract."
I feel it. We ain't all gonna agree. This is just my personal experience.
But you know why I like to have conversations and debates or difference of points of view on camera? Because sometimes I really believe that people don't feel like they can disagree or agree to disagree and it not be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, we can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
You still my sister.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still your brother.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you say something incorrect and call it fact. I'm just gonna check you.
Most definitely.
But
Most definitely.
your opinion.
Yeah, but see, I got the footage, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna edit all this shit. Make it seem like I would just write throughout the whole thing.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna just have you sit there like this. I'm gonna have you like this. Just like that.
You be wrong for that, and I wouldn't even know. They wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't
do that. No.
I wouldn't do you like that. But so you start writing at second grade, right? And so right now you have the book that you're gonna do as far as the book from the second grade and how you see life now. You have that. You have
in the works.
In the works. You have the EP. You got the joint with your mother you working on. For else though, she ready to put her album out. Yo, her book. When you put a book out, tag me on it. Tag me. I'll promote it. I'll put it on my page. And you got a book cover for it?
For Moms?
Yeah.
Almost finished.
Okay.
Almost finished.
How long? Because I can drop it in here. You know what I mean? When you talk about her book, I can be like, boom!
That would be dope. It ain't finished.
Okay. Just whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, well, once it's out, it's out. I can...
How soon you plan on releasing it?
Oh, part one, I'm going to put out part one will be up tomorrow somewhere. Okay. It'll be up, but it'll be up like pending release.
Okay.
All right? But part two, I don't know.
Okay.
Because I got so many part two is supposed to come out that I need to like
schedule.
And I mean, abstract come out. Yo, why mine ain't out? You know, like you just gotta be careful when you're dealing with artists because, like Erykah Badu said, artists are sensitive with their shit. Yeah. So you gotta. I want to make sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just want to. If we can make that happen, cool. We put it in there. You know what I mean? And if not, we'll just put it in the description. You can purchase the album from here when it come. I mean, the book from here when it come out. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, so you started writing at an early age. When did you know, like, oh, I'm nice?
9th grade. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Clear as day. I tell the story all the time. That's how I got into spoken word. So I grew up, I went to a fine art school. Shout out to John S. Davidson Fine Arts in Augusta, Georgia.
I know that you didn't say, yes, you, like you did earlier.
Nah, because
Is that a voice for that?
No, we didn't have that much culture back then. We didn't want, nah. But, man, dope school. It's so funny. It's kind of like a baby Juilliard. Mm-hmm. You had to do a full day's audition in all different areas: acting, singing, instruments. You took a math test, a writing test, do an art test. It's a full day of audition. Mm-hmm. Did not want to go. Did not want to do the audition. My mother forced me to go to the school.
Salute to mom. Always looking out.
Shout out to mom. Because it ended up being the best decision. I was just, like I say, I hate interviews. I hate auditions. I hate the whole 9 yards. I hate that, being on that pedestal and that pressure. But it was literally the best thing I could have ever done. It cultivated all of my crafts, my spoken word, my art, which is what I majored in before I even found poetry. Art was my first love. Like, I'm a visual artist type of person.
Is that painting on the refrigerator you're on?
No, it's not.
Okay.
None of my work is down here. It's all upstairs.
Okay. You need to stop bringing that shit down here too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. I need to.
I didn't know you was a visual artist.
Nobody knows because I don't talk about it. Like
let me ask you this: you doing your album cover? Come on, do your album cover. Stop playing with it, bro.
Check this out. Funny story, real quick. I'm doing my album cover. The picture that I wanted to use, the background that I wanted to use for the album, fell through. Couldn't get to the building. So I said, okay, I'm gonna invest in myself, and I'm gonna decorate a room that I want to take a picture in for the album. Ended up finding this beautiful wallpaper that would have been like $600 that I wanted to use for a beautiful accent wall. My bad.
No, you good.
Couldn't afford the wallpaper. Long story short, what does that lead to? I'm about to paint my first mural in my bedroom.
That's dope.
13 feet wide, 10 feet tall. I'm about to paint my first mural.
That's dope.
That's freaking exciting. It's freaking exciting.
That's
I'm
dope.
like, what are you doing?
That's gonna be your album cover?
It's gonna be, well, that's gonna be the background for it. Like I said, the title is Neo Soul Space, which is just about finding your own space, your own place in your head, whether that be a physical space or a mental space where you can just be you, where you can relax, you can let go, where you're not stressed. It might be like for me when I'm writing, there's no way I can write poetry and music and be stressed about something else. I'm in tune, I'm focused, I'm doing my thing. That's like my Neo Soul Space. It could be your bedroom. That's where I do my meditation and my yoga. So I'm using the bedroom as the picture to show this is my Neo Soul Space. This is where I get my creative freedom. This is where I get my peace. This is where I rest and relax. What is your Neo Soul Space?
That's dope.
So I'm painting a mural for the background of where I will be, which is my bedroom.
Your photo shoot. Okay. That's dope. That's dope.
It's going to be clean.
That's dope.
It's going to be clean.
I can't wait to see that.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Do you have like an image of what you don't have to say it on camera, but you have an image of what you want it to be?
Of the cover?
Yeah, of the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
But go back to what you were saying prior. I don't know, but I know we were talking about something prior to this, and I derailed you somewhere else. Viewers, I'm sorry sometimes I do that. I have ADD. I've used it as a weapon. That's why I'm able to do multiple things, but sometimes this weapon go against me. Do you remember what we was talking about prior to me taking you off the journey?
I almost forgot. Yes, I do. How I got started with spoken word. 9th grade.
Okay.
Fine arts school. I was in literature class, and it was mandatory for us to pick a Shakespeare poem, dissect it, understand it, like translate it from Shakespearean to English, understand what it's actually saying, and perform it. Everybody else chose a short piece because they just wanted to get through it. And for some reason, some crazy reason in my head, I was excited to challenge myself. Somehow or another, I found a poem. It was called For My People by Margaret Walker. Still remember it to this day. Longest poem on the website. The poem was about single space, 12-point font, like 2 pages long. But I was so excited to want to do it. I felt it. It was the one that connected to me. And I was like, I don't care how much extra work I'm choosing to do. Like, I'm going to do this because I feel this way.
I like that title.
Yeah, For My People.
That sounds like a book title. It's just a poem?
It's just a poem.
I might make that a book title.
A long, great poem.
Okay.
I did it and I killed it.
Do you do me a favor? Can you text me the name of that when you get a chance?
I sure will.
It's the name of the author. I want to read it. Go ahead, finish.
Sure
I'm sorry to cut you. I'm sorry for cutting you.
Yeah, no. I think that was the second one. Like I said, it was a Shakespeare we had to start with. I did the Shakespeare poem and didn't understand the poem when I first started with it. But by the end, after dissecting it, I understood. And even that in itself, I felt a connection. I felt a love and a joy. This understanding what I'm reading, because I then have to perform it. And you can't put emotions to something that you don't understand. That entire process of breaking down that poem and bringing it to the stage and performing it for the class, and even the performance itself, nothing about it I half did. I felt it. The passion came through and it was evident. The students and the teachers could see it. And it was then that I didn't realize that was the start of my journey. It was in 9th grade that I found spoken word. I found poetry. And you know how some people say you'll figure out what your gift is because it'll make room for you and it'll be so easy and it'll be effortless. That's exactly what happened. I ended up using the same poem because it was part of the Poetry Out Loud national competition. It starts in the classroom, then you compete at the school level, then you compete at the county level, and then you compete at state and national. I ended up winning. I didn't win nationals. I didn't win state. I placed 3rd in state, but I was the very first person at my school to win as a freshman. You know,
that's dope.
Freshman to senior, mostly seniors would win it, but for the first time ever, I came in, little bitty me, doing the longest poem in the options, and I won. And it was just like from there, I was just winning stuff, just taking off. It was just effortless, and I enjoyed it. And it would be like I'd have 2-week time periods to memorize the next one to get ready for the next competition. Never missed a beat, never missed a word. I put my soul into it. I put all my practice time into it. I was like, I want to be the best. I want to be great at this. And from then, I think that's when I fell in love with spoken word. And I realized, I think I'm kind of good at this. Let me stick with this. And I just never stopped. I never stopped since. So I found it in school and in literature class.
That's dope. Tell me about your the first time you on stage. How were you in fear or?
Well, the first time I was on stage, I was actually